So anyways, now let's move on here to another aspect, or rather a response from our good friend over at CNN.
Shill. A shill for sure.
That's right. Oh, I got the short one. There it is.
A new world order.
You did. We found it. Yay. What is that one called?
Build Back Better. With a
That's
6
the file
instead
name?
of a B. Yeah.
Ah, that's where it got me. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll find it. All right, this is coming from CNN. We're checking in with Chris Shillzilla.
Hey,
That's right.
he's back.
He's been laying low, man. Not a whole lot going on. There was an interesting tweet he sent out. He retweeted an article from National Review.
Ooh.
Did you see that?
No, I did not.
And National Review, I always thought was kind of dubious. I did not think. I mean, we've brought stories from National Review, but I was always, we were always a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a little weird about the outlet. But Chris Shillzilla over at CNN retweeted from National Review.
He wants to keep his job.
Because National Review is kind of a conservative outlet. Yeah, very conservative outlet. And Chris Shillzilla retweeted an article, which was just a beautiful sort of database of Joe Biden's mistakes over the past, couple months. And I was like, Chris Shillzilla is posting this? This is crazy. But he did write this analysis. You ready for Chris's analysis?
Oh, yeah.
It goes like this. This is a disastrous economic number for Joe Biden and Democrats. Ooh. Okay, Chris, what's going on? There are a lot of bad numbers kicking around the political world for President Joe Biden and his party in Congress at the moment, but none may be worse than this one. Negative 45.
Man,
that's
that 45
Gallup's
number haunts
I
Chris.
know it does kind of haunt them, doesn't it? But we're talking about negative 45. So as I read this, I want you to sort of notice if you notice anything different about Chris's presentation here. So negative 45. That's Gallup's most recent economic confidence index number, which, quote, summarizes Americans' ratings of current economic conditions and whether the economy is getting better or worse. The index ranges from plus 100, very good, to negative 100, very bad. The rating from May of negative 45 is the public's most negative view of the economy Gallup has measured since the end of the Great Recession in early 2009. So just like the worst possible time ever was the last time that it was this bad. Now notice, this is the same sort of rating that Biden was claiming in his Wall Street Journal. Interesting how he didn't take the Gallup poll numbers. Instead, he took the Federal Reserve report on how great everyone was feeling about the economy. And at the same time, the actual Gallup poll has it at pretty much worse than it's ever been, or has been in recent memory. The numbers inside Gallup's index provide more daunting news for Democrats. Just 14% of Americans said that the economic conditions in the U.S. were excellent or good. More than 3 times that number, 46%, said economic conditions were poor, and 39% rated them as only fair. That's even worse than where Gallup found things in April, when 1 in 5 Americans said that the state of the economy was either excellent or good, while 42 said they were poor. Gallup's survey is far from a one-off. In the latest polling from CNN, released last month, just 23% of Americans rated economic conditions as even somewhat good. That's down drastically from the 37% who said the same in December of 2021. Again, that's the exact time that Biden was bragging that everybody was so stoked. And precipitously from 54% who said the same in April 21. Overall, CNN's poll found that Americans' view of the economy are the worst they have been in a decade. Gallup's latest numbers came out on the same day that Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen acknowledged to CNN's Wolf Blitzer that she had made a mistake when she said in 2021 that inflation only posed a small risk.
Yep.
Wow, good for Janet Yellen. Whoopsie daisies. Sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah, we had. I was going to bring that clip to the show, but it's being shared around. So
yeah,
the Yellen clip.
Quote. Here's the quote from the clip. Quote, "I think I was wrong then about the path that inflation would take," Yellen said. Quote, "There have been unanticipated and large shocks to the economy that have boosted energy and food prices and supply bottlenecks and that have affected our economy badly that I at the time, didn't fully understand. But we recognize that now." Which, speaking as an economist, might be right and true, but in the current political moment, for the Treasury Secretary to admit this publicly is a big problem. All of this negative news on how people perceive the economy comes as the Biden White House and the president himself seems to have finally grasped just how dire the political situation is on the economy. On Tuesday, Biden met with Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell and insisted he was laser focused on inflation. "I'm meeting with the chairman today and second blah, blah, blah." Who cares? Let me just skip down a little bit. And that meeting came a day after Biden published an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal in which he laid out his plan for lowering inflation. Quote, "Americans are anxious," Biden wrote. Quote, "I know that feeling. I grew up in a family where it mattered and the price of gas and groceries, blah, blah, blah." We've heard him say this so many times. This is all part of a broader month-long push by Biden and his team on the economy and inflation, as CNN Caitlin Collins and Kevin Liptak reported Tuesday. The duo wrote, quote, "It is not the first time President Joe Biden and his aides have sought to renew attention on the economy, but there remains little Biden can do on his own to bring down prices in the immediate term." Quote, "Yet facing near record low approval ratings 5 months before the critical congressional contests, the president has become determined. Another concentrated focus on Americans' bottom line is necessary to demonstrate his attention on the issue. The Gallup numbers make clear the depth of the challenge for Biden, and time is decidedly limited, with just 160 days before Election Day 2022, unless Biden can turn around perceptions on the condition of the economy and fast. It is going to be a brutal November for his party." End of article.
His party, huh?
Kind of a weird turn for a Chris Shillzilla analysis, huh? No mention of some crazy orange man conspiracy theory. In fact, no mention of Trump whatsoever. It seems like perhaps Chris got put in a little time out and was told to come back and, I don't know, just report on some news instead of, spreading wild, baseless conspiracy theories for the left. So the shift continues. The scariness of the economy. The corporate news as a whole is doing a wonderful job of letting the people know just how kind of in trouble we all are, which is a very useful sort of social engineering tool.
Yeah, I had a couple things, but I wanted to check this because impeach Biden is actually trending right now on Twitter.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. Yay.
Yay.
It just feels like we're the Democrats now from 4 years ago,
Elon. They're trying to cancel the president.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
This is a very, very sad attempt by Biden and his team there to try to. It's all image perception. There's no actual anything that he's doing.
Too little, too late.
It's not even. It's
the story. It's the story of his entire presidency so far. Too little, too late.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say too little. It's nothing too late. He's not doing anything.
He wrote an op-ed. He wrote an op-ed, John.
He can't even get the support of Chris Shillzilla. That's where we're at, folks.
That's the sad part. When Chris Shillzilla turns on Biden.
That is a new low that we're at now.
That's right.